That is what I like to see. Oh, we're gonna see another one too.
At the same time.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, but the thing is, if we do. Oh my goodness.
Not only the double boop there, but also seeing a good team by your back, able to if you do screw it up, able to give you the.
Oh, we were having a lot of trouble.
We do.
Welcome everyone to Brookdale Overwatch Game Day. I am Leo. This is
I'm Tyler.
And we have a good game for you guys today. We actually have a sorry, let me get the paper. Brookdale versus Jackson College. Honestly, looking like a good game. I haven't seen much about Jackson College, so you know Brookdale might be able to find their way to another 3-0. But I mean, how do you enjoy the fast start and hot start of Brookdale?
I really like how they have very fast fights and how they're very aggressive in the way they play. I see that the first map will be Oasis on control. So I'm very interested to see if we're going to be running the very meta ball, especially since there's buffs, or if we're going to be running more of a brawl composition.
And actually, as we're saying, we're going in right now with our new graphics. If you just saw, our first map is Oasis, as we just said. We have our starters. Actually, they fluctuate a lot. We have Anakin Sims, we have May, Opposite, Cortexa, and Goose. So we usually have Cortexa and Goose as our starter supports, as usual. But this team likes to swap around, you know. Sometimes I throw in Goose for like a DPS or something, but those are the main two supports. How do you think that's helped Brookdale actually in achieving their success is by just swapping lineups in and out?
It gives them a lot of like flexibility and fluidity. It gives them a lot of like room to be able to play their different roles, either having a support swapped on DPS or a DPS on support. It gives a little bit of a matchup between who plays who, different compositions, yada yada. But I'm sure we have a tried and true: run a speed boost, run a very prominent flex support, and we usually wreak havoc after that.
Yeah, it's kind of a total mayhem, as we see. We did have a Symmetra for the TP, but now we're back into business. Here we go into control point. 17 seconds till it's unlocked.
Looks like we're going to be running more of a brawl type of composition. You see the Cassidy with the Reinhardt here and the Lucio to be able to facilitate the Reinhardt. But they're playing a Sigma Mei Cass here, which we have to be wary about the Mei wall here. But it looks like we're kind of in there. Anakin's low and soon gets traded out.
Yep.
But we secured the DPS and support, and
we do
fights practically continue from there.
Exactly. We do lose a tank, but we do get 3 others, and it basically pushes Jackson off a little bit. I have been seeing May, our player May. He's been playing a lot of Genji recently, which I've been surprised at because he didn't play it too much last season, but this season he's been really pulling it out. So, you know, I'd like to see what type of plays. He's had some good blades here and there, so, you know, definitely want to take a look at him. As we see Anakin Sims going into the fight and taking on 5-on-1. Jesus, he is taking on the entire team.
You can see that the enemy tank had swapped to Roadhog here.
He did. I think they kind of noticed. They were like, you know, I don't know if this is going to work out. As we see, Goose is actually just putting in tons of damage as
Moira, but soon fades out.
Yeah. Roadhog finding his way onto the point, but it's kind of dead.
Traded out.
As we see here, we do have our 2 supports still up, as well as a couple others. Everyone gets right back in. Anakin Sims hopping into the fight again. He's just trying to keep them in their base. No comfortability at all. Jack puts a slam in. Doesn't get much, though. But
secures the pin off the map?
He does. He somehow managed it.
There we go.
Whiff
a shatter and then play like a god after that.
Exactly. I honestly thought he was going to be stopped short. I thought it was going to be one of those.
I was panicked after seeing him on that Mei wall.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be one of those awkward moments where it falls just short of the wall and doesn't get the damage, and you guys are basically just staring at each other being like, huh, what do we do now?
Oh, soon gets picked. Cassidy falls, and they're moving on to point quickly for an aggressive early fight.
Yep, Jackson does have 2 ults up right now, especially with the Mei. Oh, almost
misses
up.
The dash up there. Soon goes in on the Mei. Expect the Cryo. Oh, it soon popped from their enemy supports.
Yep, the blade doesn't really find anything, but it does stall the Mei a little bit as she falls. Outback does res the Cassidy. Cassidy up.
And that little bit of time might have made the difference.
A little bit of time. We do lose May in this fight. Anakin Sims up. As you can see here. Oh, there's the Roadhog ult trying to push him back, but won't do any good. Does get to Cortexa though. Does his slam. 360
He hits a classic
slam.
360 slam and hits the pig pen. That is the biggest slam I've ever seen.
Perfect. Opposite does get one with the dead eye. May is the only one alive. She puts her ult and goes into the iceberg. Anakin Sims decides to just jump off the map, even though there's still plenty of people on the point, and objective is secured.
I think Anakin just wanted to go for a nice little swim in the freezing November waters.
Exactly. You know, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even call it November freezing right now. Today was 80 degrees.
Yeah, but it's been like bipolar almost. Like there's some days where like the mornings are like almost 36 or something, and then you get other days where it's like 70s
Yeah.
and it's like a nice breeze out. I was out sitting on my gazebo today, and it was really nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, a nice day to sit back, you know, just relax. I know it's been weird actually. 3 days, 70, 80 degrees. Other days, 40 degrees. Anyways, we get back. Anakin Sims was taking a little dive there. I think he just had enough trust in his team to.
I think it was confident to be able to do that at this like on a semi.
Oh,
I think he's throwing us for a loop
he
here.
was. I think I just heard him say "whoa, whoa, whoa" as he did that. So
No idea what was going on there, but at least he didn't fall off the side of the map.
well, yeah, I didn't think he wanted to take a swim that quickly.
I think it's interesting for the Roadhog pick here.
Yeah,
Ooh, Lamp and Regen Field forced out immediately.
yeah, Goose really
This
knows how
might
to.
put them on another side of a setback here.
Yeah, Goose does know how to make a just know how to impact the back line, even as a healer himself. You know, I think he's just genuinely that good at what he does. Just finds a way to impact the
Roadhog
game.
looks intimidated as he shakes vigorously, saying no to the Reinhardt walking up with the shield.
Please stop. He's just asking for the bullying to stop.
Saved by Lamp. He got pulled in with no armor here. He's purposely taking damage to farm ult. I've seen him do this before. Interesting pick on the Widow here for this map, because we know the point's a very brawl-heavy slatted map.
Yeah,
But after here, it's kind of a narrow choke point. And it's interesting to see them run this,
Nice.
especially with Anakin's
Oh my
confidence on his
goodness.
Reinhardt. We see our May has clearly been practicing their Widow headshots.
Oh, he hasn't though. Wait. Oh,
Mercy stands there,
she's in spawn.
undefeated and unfazed.
Anakin Sims went to take another swim.
We didn't even get to see that.
I think we're just more focused on the Widowmaker right now. As we see Goose popping his ult in their spawn.
Lamp is forced out with the co.
Outback does res one of their players.
The Mercy is res, but the pressure on the backline is kind of noticeable here.
Yeah, it's
Moira needs that mini kit right there. If she crosses, though, it's in danger.
where Cortexa is coming to save our other players.
It looks like we're ready to group up.
Yep. And as we see, Anakin Sims does
Sends
another.
it straight into the backline once again. Do we see another 360 shatter?
He does.
See, I think the shatters are like a key to unlocking his true strength, because after that, he usually does really good.
Yeah, he just needs to get that 360 shatter in, and then he's just basically all set from there.
Yeah. It's like how he's going into Super Saiyan.
Exactly. He just needs to charge up a little bit. Does it a couple of times.
So they're running a Roadhog May Reaper, which poses a lot of threatening damage on the front line, as we see Anakin soon fall.
Yeah, I
B
think
is forced here, but didn't seem like it kept him up. May finds a pick on the Reaper here.
that's the problem. They do
And their
have
May soon falls.
Anakin Sims jumping off the map again. I think
Anakin
he
really
wants
likes the water.
I think he just
and
wants to swim today. You know, I think he's just feeling the pool.
It doesn't even matter, though, because Widow soon cleans up the entire house fight.
Yeah, he's really just taking them all out. And
One.
wow,
Ooh.
back-to-back headshots.
If
Whatever
he had more HP there, I'm sure he would have gotten that flag.
Probably. May says, whatever you can do, I can do better.
And the Blizzard hits no one. So Lucio rolls out here to contest. Bongwater is soon defeated.
Wait,
And
but
the
the
Mercy soon reses here.
Battle
He's not going to be
Mercy.
able to.
Oh, unfortunately, she does fall. And Brookdale does take game 1, 2-0. Great match by the group of them. Anakin Sims switched to Hamster at the end there. As we do see play of the game.
Now, is it a 360 shatter?
I mean, we really have to see. I mean,
Oh, it's the iconic
is.
one. There we go.
Bang. Doesn't really. I don't think he gets anyone, but he does just.
He gets the kill with the charge damage. And then gets to pick from there. It's an environmental, and it makes sense why he managed to get play with that.
What a perfect play by Overwatch, the Overwatch team. Brookdale takes map 1, and we go into map 2. It's a hybrid map. I do believe we haven't gotten the map yet on what it was, what will be, but we do know the game mode will be hybrid. How do you think that will affect our gameplay, or will it just stay the same as usual?
Personally, hybrids have been just a very common staple. It's honestly the preferred type of game mode other than like a flashpoint or a push. It's personally one of my favorite game modes. I like hybrids because it's a nice variety between the both. But it's definitely much better than getting like a push map in your game.
Yeah, I'm also a big fan of hybrid. When I used to play Overwatch, I think hybrid was one of my favorite game modes. Excuse me. But it genuinely just was, it was a good in between, but it also just took a while. It was more a show of strength or of skill and like teamwork compared to other ones, but
Push, on the other hand, just has me feeling like my entire comp lobby is just staggering over and over.
just how it usually is sometimes.
I guess they can't read the falling back voice line.
Just average day in Overwatch, honestly. I remember I used to deal with that. Fighting for my life in those high elos. Not fun.
Fighting for my life with these high elos as I question, how are these other people in the room with me?
Exactly. We're just like, how is this working? How is this happening?
How are you up here? Why are you here?
Who allowed you to be here?
What MMR placement did you get?
What games did you manage to win in a row to get up here? They're as we're just being told, they are still picking a map, which is fine. We can still keep complaining about Overwatch and multiplayer and competitive.
How do you feel about the new Junkenstein mode? Have you played it?
I have not played it, but I have seen my friends play it. It does look kind of intriguing.
It's fun. I think some abilities are clearly better than others. I think they give D.Va like a mid-range, like deep, like DMR type of weapon. But like for me, I play Genji on it. They buffed Blade. You can have like a projectile swing with it also.
Wait, that's awesome.
It's a very fun game mode at
Very
least.
fun.
I think obviously the arcade has had way better different game modes way past then.
Yeah.
I also like some of the old PvE missions.
Yeah. Honestly, the PvE missions were good. I wish they committed to the single player game mode. I was looking towards that, but then they said no, and I was like, well,
it's a Blizzard internal issue at that point. Nothing we can do is to play fans or player base.
Yeah. I was looking forward to it. I was like, lore. Overwatch lore. I love it.
But and now we just get a voice line about someone who likes to eat rocks and an alien from Mars.
Blizzard.
That's Blizzard for you.
Sorry for the delay, guys. There is a technical issue going on with the other team, I believe I heard. But as we go on. As we actually see, game... New graphic, guys. Popping up again. Map 2 is Eichenwald for hybrid. I do love me some Eichenwald. Eichenwald is probably my favorite next to Route 66. How about you? How do you feel about the game or map Eichenwald?
I really like Eichenwald as a map. It's very iconic. I think it has a wide variety of different heroes you can play on it, with the first point and third point being very brawl orientated, and the second point either favoring dive or poke in that situation.
Yeah.
Honestly, I switch it up between my Sojourns and my Tracers I play on this map. Even Genji sometimes.
Yeah, I mean...
It's a very fun map. It's very iconic. We all know the iconic cinematic.
We do. What a great cinematic, actually. Make more cinematics.
We need more cinematics that are more than collabs and when new season releases.
Exactly. I don't mind the Let's Say Airfilm collab, though. That was a good one. Anyways, we do have Abstract, May, Remix, Cortexa, and Goose in for Brookdale.
We're running the Junkrat on Eichenwald here.
We are, but
what are your thoughts on it?
Well, usually I'd be like, maybe not first point, maybe third, second point, but it is Remix, so he will probably try to do the impossible today. As I say that, Remix is one of the best Junkrats I've ever seen, so honestly, you guys will be in for a fun one today as we get ready to look at what he's doing for point one or just defense. But yeah, we also see Abstract in. How do you feel about Abstract coming in, I believe, for Anakin?
And there's no way he gets one.
And
there's no way that he gets two. Did nobody hear a thing?
I don't think they ever heard anything. As we can see here, Remix is just genuinely shredding through them. Honestly, I didn't think defense would be, or maybe defense would fit a Junkrat. I mean, he was on the old roles of defense. I don't know if anyone remembers those. But again, this is Remix. He does like to just do the impossible with Junkrat.
He likes to have some shenanigans with the enemy team, just like Anakin.
He does like to have a little fun. Goose, you know, just sitting here with Brigitte. As we see May pulling out the sniper, or with the Widowmaker with the sniper. And then we have Abstract just sitting in the corner. A lot of them are just, I don't know what they're doing.
Hard pocketing the Widow.
I think so. Remix
Oh
gets
my
a
god, he already
three-piece.
had an ult? I wasn't even keeping track.
I didn't either.
That's from the Mercy damage boost, I guess.
I think so.
It just helps feed your stats and like the ult economy too, because you're just getting so much more value for your existence.
Remix just we were like a minute or so into the game and he already had his ult. So it did come from that explosive start and where he gets 2 kills off the rip and does get a ton of damage off this Roadhog. That's a great thing about having a Roadhog or facing a Roadhog. Just all that damage you can put into him. Surely he doesn't die, but you can just fill your ult with that.
It's very potent. Personally, with me, I play my Sojourns and I'm able to farm overclock and all my railgun charge on him. I just look at him for 2 seconds and I flick back and hit a railgun.
Exactly. As we see
And over there, we could see the agony that the Roadhog is facing, eating multiple mines in the face.
He's just so many mines just being...
And he eventually gets traded out before you could get away. What a tragedy. This is feeling very familiar to the Kings Row game. Last time, if you remember, they were playing Doom and Genji on defense.
I do remember that. That was very fun. As we just see Cortexa take out take out their Mei. She went Battle Mercy for there. They're keeping them in their spawn.
Without the hook, he's still posing a very strong threat here, and the
He's
Mercy
20
needs
health.
to look.
Remix right now has Remix does take out 2. Cortexa takes out Mei again. I think Cortexa has a thing against this Mei.
I was going to say, coming up on the ult economy, we can see Widow's charging up, but we can see the D.Va ult here. And now the question is, how much value will you get if you're facing their spawn room?
I think time-wasting value, a lot. Kill value, nothing.
Absolutely. I usually treat it as like a second HP life. I would usually play a very defensive and aggressive like D.Va that's focused on peeling here. So having that second HP bar is a nice way to use her ultimate.
Exactly. I think, and also as we saw, Goose in point 3. I don't know how he just ended up there. He just took a little stroll. I think Brigitte just, you know.
And we just looked at our Mei.
We do lose Mei, our Widowmaker, in the front line. That was basically holding them back.
But
Abstract.
completely traded out immediately. The res is online here. Zen is holding that room there. Who knows what's going to happen there?
Exactly. Our Widowmaker, as you can see, is trying to crawl her way back into the fight. Cortexa just healing everyone up. Now she's going Battle Mercy. Battle Mercy versus other Mercy.
There's a Mercy happening on a Mercy crime.
Do we see it? I don't know. I think she got too far away. Wait, Mercy's got the gun out again. Remix. Just gonna stick with him for a bit.
Personally, I believe Mercy's fighting each other. It's very funny watching it. It's like that one Simpsons meme if you've ever seen it, where all the rich people are on the boat.
Oh yeah.
Watching their pets fight or something.
I've seen it, yeah.
And there we go.
Mercy versus Mercy.
And she doesn't let it slide. Pops Valk to immediately heal and support, but the Blizzard does not catch her, surprisingly.
Yeah.
May's very low here, and soon snags a pick there.
Does catch
God
our
bless
Widowmaker.
keeping D.Va alive, though.
Honestly, I get it. Cortexa, pad those stats. We need those season stats to look good. Getting those double digits for kill range.
Personally, my philosophy on support is, why heal when you can kill them faster?
Exactly. Why wouldn't you? That's literally every objective for Moira. All the Moiras definitely know they all do damage and never heal.
I personally believe that philosophy also for Lucio. I personally agree. Hitting the nastiest rollout you practiced about 3 hours for, and then just sending it straight into the back line.
You know,
if you get to respawn faster, you get to practice it faster.
There's no other way to play Lucio.
Absolutely.
You have to play him that way.
If you don't, what are you doing?
If you don't play him in the way you practiced, what's the point?
Exactly.
Let me do this cool wall ride and then pop up and boop someone off the map. You know? Honestly, Lucio's basically Reaper, just in different form. As we see here.
I think it's very interesting that they decided to run the Roadhog.
True, very true. Honestly,
Now, we were on defense, I believe, right?
we were. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about.
Now, it would be very, very funny if we see Remix hit the nastiest rollout possible and just slightly touch the point.
Yeah, stick on Remix here. I kind of want to see what's going on here with his Junkrat.
I personally believe if they make a loud enough entrance on bridge and he can just triple mine over, I believe in it. I've seen it.
He always waits for that triple mine so he can just get max flight. Here we go. Oh, wait. We're seeing Doomfist.
Oh, he's
Remix.
sending it in on the Mercy.
Yeah, it doesn't get him.
Wasn't enough to follow it up.
Oh, God. Reaper right in his face, but...
You don't even have to cap that much.
Nah.
They should better be playing point here. If they ever overextend here, it's dangerous.
It is very dangerous for Jackson.
Goose is also here if he needs to go ahead and just quickly touch point and distract them.
Exactly, as we see both Cortexa and May fall.
It is very hard to stay up with the Reaper in the Discord in your face. They're running almost like a hyper brawl with the Winston being able to leap in and take space, so you shoot him instead of the Reaper.
I think Goose is going for a back cap if that's right.
I personally believe in it.
He is.
Oh,
actually.
he is.
he took a little bit.
And he's about a third of the way through the third.
I think someone noticed. They were like, "Wait, guys."
And we get to pick on Mercy here. No punch on the Zen.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do lose Abstract.
I believe in Goose.
Goose.
Hopefully.
Fight them all. They do send Goose out just like, you know what? Take care of it. Goose is just genuinely just walking around. He's just having
having a nice little walk around town.
A little stroll. Remix actually takes out multiple. As we see, our Widowmaker does take out the Winston. Let's see if this tire gets
and
2.
And the supports are down. The game is practically over at that point.
Remix gets a 3rd. Cortexa dies. Remix gets 4. Oh my God, he's
And
insane.
that's point from right there.
Unbelievable by Remix. This guy.
It's best of 3, right?
It is.
Oh, right.
Best of 3. We do have one more map.
Might be another 3-0 slam.
Might be. Let's see Remix here with the play of the game. Let's see. I believe it. Yeah, it is the final 4 kills he picked up. Gets 2. Gets both supports.
How would you even have lived in that scenario? I guess Zen would have had to build ult fast enough and be able to perfectly transcend when he was going to tire.
I think so. You would have to just straight up, like, perfectly time it.
You just have to go Ultra Instinct at some point. It would be inhumane.
Yeah. But he does get both support and DPS. Insane by Remix, as we can see. Brookdale does take a 2-0 lead in the series against Jackson College. As we go into map 3.
It's another fast sweep again. I hope they put up a fight. I love seeing those good and long, hard-fought matches.
I mean, as much it's cool to see over our Brookdale, you know, Stomp teams and stuff, we do like to see our good, you know, competitive matches, you know. I mean,
at least for me, whenever I'm playing Overwatch, 100% is it grueling and annoying sometimes having those, like, 20 or 30-minute games where you're fighting, like, neck and neck. Yeah. But is it a lot more rewarding and fun even after?
Yeah. When you get that win, it's kind of like you sit back and you just like...
You just let it soak in.
You're like, that was so much fun. Amazing. We have a map 3. It's Escort. Don't have the map right now. I do believe they're picking it as we're going along. But Escort, up to go. How do you feel about the game mode Escort?
Escort's okay. Like I said, hybrid... Escort, similar game modes, you just have a different type of concept with the game mode being split in half. But some of the Escort maps are... Wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, Nubani is hybrid, right?
I do believe... Well, Nubani is hybrid, actually.
Yeah, you have to cap that first point.
You have to cap point and it raises
I like Escort a lot more than hybrid at some points because it just simply hybrids map pools being... like Nubani and other famous maps like that. I mean, King's Row is nice and...
Shout out to
like
King's
that.
Row.
But, what was I thinking for? Escort. Circa Royale is for Escort, right?
Circa Royale is...
What are some other Escort maps I'm thinking of?
As we do get the map right now for our new
Rialto.
graphic, Rialto. How do you feel about Rialto?
Interesting. You could run the brawl at the first half of the point, but the problem becomes at the other half of the first point.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting, like a tug of war between poke. And if you're trying to brawl, you practically need speed.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not running a Reinhardt, you're kind of in danger here.
Yeah.
Because you have no way to really be able to mitigate the damage if you're brawling. You could obviously run Sigma or Risa, Diva to get around, or Winston. It leaves a lot of variety. And the second point's also very interesting, having a lot of different high ground here and it being very favored to defenders. Also, you have that corner right before the high ground and like the archway.
Yeah.
And it's a very tough point to break through.
Honestly, it's very defensive heavy, but I do think our if we do start an attack, I do believe Brookdale will find a way to break through that defense.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them play Rialto plenty of times in scrims and stuff. They do enjoy playing it. I think it's one of their maps they like to play. But right now, I do believe we won't know who's going to be in for this game. But, you know, we'll probably get a random swap as we see Remix really close into the camera. As you can see, he's wearing his little Junkrat hat.
You can see all the knowledge and power stored of Junkrat
Yep.
trajectory and angles stored in that forehead and the beanie.
Exactly. With the opposite, we have opposite, and then there's Goose, and then we have May and Anakin Sims and Cortexa to finish it off. Everyone in the normal seats, everyone just chilling, having a good time. You know, up 2-0, why not? As we get right into the game, we do start
Do
on.
I see a Life Weaver?
We do have a Life Weaver.
That's very interesting. See, I really am torn about Life Weaver because he's just like an additional health pool along with the verticality utility. And I do have a friend who queues ranked with me, and he's like around Diamond, and he plays up with me. And he facilitates my Tracer because Life Weaver's able to sit on platform and heal very far away.
Yeah.
But also, like, some games, my Life Weavers just don't understand tempo and how important pulling is. So it's like very hit or miss, but I want to see if we can get a boop somehow.
Hopefully. I would like a boop. As we see, we do see opposite Anakin Sims, Cortexa, Halftrack, and Remix. I think a couple of them are in different roles right now. We have opposite. Opposite usually is a DPS main, but he is on tank right now for this map. I think they are switching things up and showing that versatility on how everyone can play literally multiple things all at once.
See, what's something really funny about certain escorts and like payloads is that you can actually do really funny Doom rollouts and diags across them.
Yeah.
I think there's one on this first point here. It'd be funny to see if he knows any of the movement text there.
It would be pretty interesting if they do. I do believe they probably know a decent amount of the movement. As we see, Cortexa does take out one. This does actually allow Cortexa to, you know...
Oh, we get a pick from Anakin here.
Yep.
Anakin's practically playing P-Shooter from Plants vs. Zombies up there.
What a good game. But we do see Cortexa on the Life Weaver. This does give her a little bit more offense than she actually likes to. As we saw with the May or Mercy, she likes to just pull out the little pistol and just kind of start firing at will. So this one, I think Life Weaver adds a little bit more to her offense. As you can see, Abstract.
As you can see, no one has noticed Abstract's presence at all. And he waits. His discipline is intense.
67.
And they have noticed him.
Winston.
The gig is up.
The gig is up, guys. The jig is up. Guys.
And it's over.
It's just become a
back,
stomp.
and it's practically over. Even when exposed and caught under the sun,
Their Mercy just
they
fell
still
off.
win.
Remix
Oh.
said, come back here.
I don't even know how their Mercy fell. I wish I could see that.
Yeah, she probably just wanted to take a swim. She was like, you know what?
You know what? It's just the water. I think Anakin has started inspiring some sort of like beach escapade here.
Honestly, I respect it. I think we should all start taking swims more. As we see
I am a fan of
Abstract
summer.
In the summer, of course. Abstract usually plays tank, is on DPS, so I see the opposite and Abstract did swap. Remix on Lucio, not as usual Junkrat. Cortexa unusual on her heal. She is Life Weaver.
Walking around behind here. Doesn't find anyone, but we get a quick punchy limb from opposite here.
Yep.
This Reaper is in mortal danger as he realizes what has happened.
He is trying to juke out opposite, but is not working. Anakin Sims does fall off the map. He just wants to swim, guys. He just wants the water. Wants to become one with water.
More so thinking about that one SpongeBob episode where he's like, I need it.
Oh, yeah.
With the water.
Yep.
It's like it's calling his name to go, like, throw and jump in the water.
Exactly.
And we
What a
see
great
Remakes just
episode.
taking a nice little look around the place.
Yeah,
Just
just a little
observing the
tour.
field.
It's like maybe I'll buy a house around here. See Lifeweaver pulling out her ult just cuz.
Winston flees for his life as his Juno soon realized that she fucked up.
Juno is scared for her life and taken out.
The
Abstract.
DPS are sitting there without just a Mercy healing them. Winston soon collapses as Mercy's forced to heal the backline. It's just a disaster.
Abstract.
Oh!
Oh! Unfortunately, Mercy goes right behind that little pixel, that little floor, and just hides from the Mercy high, from the Cassidy high noon. And now
I mean, clearly he's looking for a dive here.
yeah.
Practically unable to without being able to crawl and beg for heals. I feel that though.
Yeah.
Try to just make any pressure and you're hit with everything now.
Every single thing. As we see, a bunch of Brookdale players do fall. We're down to Abstract, and I believe
It is
Cortex-
overtime though, and we're all regrouping here. As long as no one else dies here, we should be able to recontest.
Yeah, Abstract does take out one. Cortexa goes into water
That is
again.
a big pick from them. Being down on OT here.
Yeah.
Juno's not going to get back for a while. They do have 2 on payload, though, which is noticeable. Oh, and we get a beat on payload? Was there anyone else? I guess Opposite got caught in the beat, but there's no one else followed up in it.
You know, honestly,
Trade Mercy
Lucio
for
just-
Doomfist here.
doing beat just to keep himself alive. Why not?
Winston's going to be distracted primaling, so it's a matter of will the backline be able to secure their backline?
Abstract does take out one with the high noon.
Someone's got to walk on. We got that, though.
Someone's going to walk on as we see Cortexa on, hopping.
Gets soon picked off by it. The Reaper ult comes out.
Doesn't get anyone. Or actually
Mercy's going to be able to res here.
Opposite. Last on payload. Wait.
Wait.
Point 12 right now. They're fighting for their lives on payload. our
There's
Doomfist-
no way. There's so much overhealth there. It's keeping him up. He's got Lifeweaver back in the fight.
Lifeweaver somehow keeping everyone alive. So is Lucio. They just can't get off this point. It's 0.12 meters
Juno's
away.
one. Needed a follow-up there. Oh, and Winston soon falls. I expect Mercy to be able to have res by now. If not,
Anakin Sims does take out. Oh.
it'd be very dangerous, but they all got booped back, as you can see. Remix jumping back in by payload.
Yep. Jackson does not get the first point. Does make it a little bit of a contest there, but fortunately does not get first point on that payload. So let's see. I mean, what do you think the plan is for Brookdale? I mean, they don't need to get first point, but practically they do. It's a 0.12 meters, so
Personally, I think the play would be full sending a dive team to go straight into the backline, make them look behind, and just have a tracer set on payload and just let it inch up slowly.
I think that's a good idea, honestly.
I don't know. That would be very funny, at least.
It would be funny. I do think we could go for a little bit of a laugh.
I forget where I saw the game. I don't know if it was like a professional match or not, but they were so badly held on defense where it was just you had to move the payload for a second. And I guess everyone was like spacing around payload on defense. Attack just needing to like be on it for a second. And just for some reason, everyone was just slightly off of it, and Tracer just triple blinks onto payload. Game's over. Tournament's over. Eliminated after that. Can you imagine?
I'd be heartbroken. I'd fall to my knees. I'd be like, why?
Exactly. It's hard holding that first point. I mean, there's some maps where it's kind of better to, like on Shambali and
Yeah.
what is the other one? Havana?
Havana.
Havana.
Shout out to the sun, Havana. As we see, opposite, going one-man army here while everyone else is like, you know what, let's just go flank.
And Akins believes in his support there because I would have been prompted to recall there, but he knows exactly when to.
Anakin Sims does take out Juno. Cortexa does fall. They're just looking out just to take out these DPS and supports, but a bunch of players fall for Brookdale.
They're still pushing the payload up
They-
a decent amount.
They are. I do believe that Jackson took their eyes off, and
We are on Roadhog, which is a little questionable, but I believe it into the Winston matchup.
Yeah, I think if it was any other tank, they'd be in different ones. But
Yeah.
I think Roadhog is what they.
What you want against Winston.
Yeah. Remix does boop off the Reaper, which is very hilarious. Remix does fall, unfortunately, after that boop. And it can see him trying to go into their back line, just trying to focus on these healers. And Cortexa has fallen into the water again. Honestly, I think we should just have a counter on how many people want to take a swim today. Because
I'll be ready to put together a clip compilation of it.
please do, because honestly, it's become about 1 billion so far for both teams. I believe they want water. And as you see, Winston does fall, but gets res and does pick up Remix. Brookdale just slowly pushing this point.
They have so much time to work with, though.
Exactly. Has a great hook on the Mercy. Doesn't get the full kill, but does enough damage just to push her back a bit. As you can see, Cortexa has her ult. Abstract close to it.
Burst out the Wraith here. Orbital is dropped by their Juno. We might be able to fight against it.
Cortexa
Valk
does
is
take
being
out.
popped.
Oh, Mercy on Mercy damage.
Oh.
Anakin Sims does take out the other one.
That's a
I think
Mercy
he
on
did.
Mercy crime right there.
Mercy. Cortexa takes out both healers. She's on a mission to just take them all out. And it's a team kill for Brookdale. Unbelievable. As they do a
It
little
is going
dance.
to
and
be a
yep.
disgustingly... That was just a disgusting defense and
Yeah.
an easy attack. That's how I feel about it. He's
Opposite.
pushing them all with Piggy, or whatever it's called.
I believe it is,
I'm thinking of Pigpen.
yeah, Pigpen. But
And it's Wraps.
just like that, Brookdale does take game 3. It was, it was a game.
It was a game.
As we saw, opposite does take play of the game. Honestly, in my opinion, should have been Mercy taking out both healers at the end there.
Ooh, it's a 2 environmentals, I believe. Does Winston jump here? Yes, he does.
He does.
Yeah.
He's like, no. You will not be coming back.
And it's just wrapped up like that.
A lot of people taking swims here. A lot of people taking swims. I guess.
I guess despite us being on a half vacation in the water, we still come through.
Yeah. Oh, we do have a interview with Abstract coming up in a bit. Is gonna be showing up just in a little bit, but Brookdale does take it 3-0. How do you think they performed? Just like
As usual, we did another 3-0. They're very confident in the way they play. They have synergy between a lot of the members here, and there's a heavy reliance. And I think our DPS are very prominent also.
yeah. As actually we have Abstract right here, so I will see you in a bit. Hello, Abstract. Come here. I don't bite. I am his coach, so yeah, I do yell. I'm like a drill sergeant. Well, Abstract here. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. How
Yeah,
about you?
I'm doing. That's great. Honestly, those maps just seem pretty simple. Honestly, I mean, see, it shows that you guys have been working on this type of stuff through scrims. I mean, how much like focus do you guys do to just have like each map perfected just as well as like this?
Yeah, so we basically just train really hard and we calm a lot and we do our best to try to synchronize all of our movements and push up as one. So I think that really helps contribute, and I feel like that's what's pushing us to these wins.
Yeah, we see that. I mean, honestly, you guys are just almost basically amazing on every single map. I mean, you guys kept everyone in spawn for most of these maps. But I saw in the last map, you were DPS and
I was.
opposite was tank. How did that, like, do you guys just, just try things out during these games,
I mean, we kind of figure out what works and, just have a little, competition.
Yeah,
See
well-
who's going with.
Yeah, honestly, last question. You guys are undefeated right now. How do you guys think you guys can just keep this up and just keep pushing through into regionals and nationals?
I feel like we can. I feel like we got a really strong team, and I feel like we got this in the bag if we really lock in.
I believe in you guys. You guys are great. I've watched you guys play and scrim and everything. So honestly, I think you guys definitely have the ability to win it all. But
Yeah.
I will be looking for my next cast. I don't know my caster. My caster is gone.
Yeah.
He's disappeared.
He's left the scene.
He's left the scene. He's gone forever. Well, he's coming right back. Actually, we found him. But
Yeah, so,
congrats on the
alright.
win.
Thank you.
Yeah, my caster was lost. I was scared, you know. I was like, what am I going to do? I was about to put up posters. Guys.
I think it's here, folks. You've seen the match. It's another 3-0 from
Yeah.
Brookdale's Overwatch team. But we have a Valorant team coming up soon.
Valorant at 8 p.m. Please come watch us. We have it in a bit. Our maps are at, oh, well, this is at 6 p.m. It does, in an hour, we will have Valorant. Anyways, I got told I was fired. If I slam the desk one more time, I'll do it right now. No. Anyways, 8 p.m. is our Valorant match. We have a double header.
I was going to say, please make sure you don't slam your desks, everyone.
Yeah, don't slam your desk. Don't be like me. I'm a desk slammer, so don't be like me. Anyways, Valorant match, 8 p.m. We will see you there. Double header. That means no match tomorrow for Valorant, but Street Fighter. But please tune in, 8 p.m. We'll see you in a bit. Bye.
Allowing us to win overtime. That was a crazy match, honestly. I think it was really interesting to see both teams adopt a similar play style, both going for each other's throats, so to speak.
And let's see if they could get some more time off. We're going to see another heroes fight, or another team fight very soon.
The high ground, but getting, I believe, Anakin was getting.
We're seeing a barrier go out.
And we're also seeing